Okay, guys, welcome back to Gospel News with more information on As It Take the Go. Let's go straight to the reason why we are here. I want to use this opportunity to tell those people where we say the fact that I'm selling a product here for you does not mean that we don't know what we are doing. We just to let you know that you need good health. So all those people, don't they go up and down, they work out when they pain. Only we ya biko we boya my happiness is that a lot of people have benefited immensely from this herbal product since it was brought to the forefront here on this very platform. And I want to dare those people who are going about gossiping about my advert. They say anywhere where you go see, they do advert, they see, they find money. So why not go find money? You they mad? Those people, I know, in fact, I don't want to face anybody safe. Let me just calm down. Our brothers, the bag endorsement, Sabinus, all these guys where they do comedy, then the bag endorsement up and down. So I don't even read to bag endorsement. All those people where they wish me evil, and I no go see better for my life. Mad people drew everywhere. So in case you have any ailment, I still bring it back to you. So those people who know they're satisfied with what we are doing, they can go and call police. With information here, contact them. And I don't still give people 100% guarantee, say that this medicine is 100% working. All the people who have bought this medicine have testified. So what you just need to do is to contact them via the telephone numbers. They are everywhere, including in the southeast, in Lagos, in Abuja, everywhere, in London, in UK, in Italy, in Europe, Germany, Spain, Austria. Just mention South Africa, Togo, Ghana is their head office. Just contact them and get your own today, and you will testify. So do not look at people who are gossiping here and there to be deceived for you to be carrying your sickness up and down. It will kill you. So get this medicine today and be a free man. Those people who know they feel man, their woman inside a room, I beg. This is an opportunity for you to have a permanent cure. The Nachman capsule is 100% organic herbs that will cure this thing once and for all. So that's why I'm bringing you this information. Anyways, let's go straight to another update here. Now, I dropped a message yesterday concerning Simon Ekpa and Madam Azuka plus the Omoadha people. They say there's a very serious crisis brewing in the backyard. And I brought it to the forefront. I told you people that, something needs to be done. And Simon Ekpa is not doing well with them. They are having crisis. So I say, let me bring it out so that, because they say if they bring wound, come out, the wound will be, cured. And all the sickness will be, As in a way for talk in here, it will be addressed. Let me just leave it at that. But when I'm bringing it to you to show you how gullible you guys are, those people who are supporting things blindly, when we tell you that this is not how this thing is, when I go begin the bubble, like water where they boil inside the pot. So there is, as I speak to you now, Madam Azuka, they caught chain. He said, go come out to come spill beans. Say, Simon Ekpa, no, they do well, they do the right thing. So this thing, they brew inside. I just want to lie low. I don't even want to go front. Because our information on this platform is top-notch. It's top-notch. So I think if you are wise and you are following this platform, you will just like, Bele. What is this guy doing? What are you even doing? Let me just monitor you and see where you are heading to. It was like when Mazen Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped from Kenya and then he was repatriated to Nigeria. When they showed him in court, when they were taking him somewhere, I showed it. I quickly came out and said, see what has happened, though. How did it happen? Who sold him? This and blah, 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 blah. They say, hey, you be saboteur, and I make you they show that video, and I make you they tell us, now lie. It's a lie, blah, blah, blah. It cannot happen. How far today? All the people who were lambasting me, who were talking jargons, none has come out today to say, oh, we are really sorry for accusing you, for insulting you and all that. The same thing is still going to happen here. So it is not in my nature to back down on truth. Okay? It is not in my nature. In fact, there's a serious gbege going on. So Simon Ekpa, they say they do well. Say they do anyhow. Say in case, may you prepare. Say may you go do the needful. At least coordinate, because according to what I heard, they say that he dissolved Omada, suspend Simon Ekpa, suspend Madam Azuka, sack her, and don't even all those kind of stories and all that. You see, I don't really want to go straight because of the nature of the person where they give me information from the autopilot media. You get the point now. So that's why I'm just using style to give you. We have clips, we have evidence, but we are not going into that now. But when it bursts out, we also come out to follow up so that we believe what we have been telling you on this platform. Okay? So some people say, oh, saboteur. We have heard. No problem. In due time, you are going to get the point of what we have been telling you, which is truth and nothing but the truth. Anyways, leaving that aspect to keep you in suspense, they say that the French army will begin to withdraw their troops from Niger Republic this week. Let's start up with this video. If you have any questions, instead of you to approach me like a man, or if you're a woman, you approach me and say, what is going on? You go to social media and you start ranting, you start talking rubbish, what you don't know. Some of them are safe. I don't know how they reason. People who are supposed to be senior men, they will go on social media, they rant. The thing will swallow you before you know what's going on. Anyways, our own is to give you information every day.
General.
They came with the intention of preventing us from attending and giving us the floor at the summit. They wanted to get certain people to speak on behalf of our country. They wanted to prevent us from speaking, but silence is also a word.
The standoff between Paris and Niamey continues as crowds reportedly attacked a truck delivering water to a French military base. Locals had been rallying nearby, demanding the immediate withdrawal of French troops, with President Emmanuel Macron pledging an exit in the coming months. Tensions have been on the rise since midsummer following a coup in the country, with Nigerians expressing their discontent with the presence of the former colonial power. On Wednesday, the French ambassador left Niger and has lamented the treatment he received under Niger's new government.
We were collectively in danger. We came very close to the tragedy because there were more than 6,000 people who were there to fight and who were there to enter the embassy. Very quickly, Nigerian companies that delivered us food ended up no longer coming, one after another, because they were dissuaded or even threatened. We had to get food and water ourselves by showing a little ingenuity. The biggest goal was to make me break down and therefore get me out.
So the French ambassador to Niger landed back in Paris on Wednesday and is already giving interviews to the French press, setting himself up for the inevitable book and movie deals, painting himself as a real Bond, Jacques Bond. Sounds like that's going to be quite the blockbuster movie. Basically the story of a guy sitting in an embassy being catered to by staff. Some of them have to leave to go back to Paris, but he hunkers down with a guy who brings him his Chardonnay. They can't even get Uber Eats deliveries, though, and they cry about that. Half the movie would be them desperately trying to get their favorite croissant and baguettes delivered. What a roller coaster of suspense that would be. Can't wait to hear how their ingenuity finally came through for them, as the ambassador says. A French bourgeois finally reunited with his favorite food. Sounds like Academy Award material right there. And those 6,000 people outside who wanted him gone, he says, so badly apparently that they didn't do anything for nearly a month, despite Niger's new management ordering him out of the country and asking the country's police to remove him at the end of August. President Emmanuel Macron was asked about France's recent bad breakup with Niger. He said that France was ending its military cooperation with the country and repatriating its ambassador along with around 1,500 troops. It's about time, since France was already dumped a month ago and Niger had been threatening to get Paris's tent off their lawn. Macron said that France's military presence in some of its former African colonies, including Niger, was to combat terrorism, adding that without France's presence, quote, most of these countries would have already fallen prey to territorial caliphates and jihadists. Oh yes, thank goodness for France, whose anti-terrorist mission was such a resounding success that the United Nations peace operations advised the Security Council in May 2023 that, quote, insecurity in the tri-border area of Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger continues to grow.
All right, and I don't see now. They say that this week that French soldiers will be leaving Niger.
France says it will begin withdrawing its troops from Niger this week. The French army is expected to complete the withdrawal by the end of the year. President Emmanuel Macron announced the decision 10 days ago after mass protests in Niger calling for the French ambassador and all its troops to leave. French soldiers were there as part of the fight against armed groups across the Sahel region. Well, we're joined on set by correspondent Nicholas Hack, who has covered the story extensively for us. Nicholas, the country's still reeling, isn't it, from a brutal attack that took place just a few days ago. It shows just how challenging this fight is against armed groups.
It is really challenging. It's going to be even more challenging in the days to come when we'll see all the French soldiers leave the country. Now, this operation to leave the country started early this morning, Aline, around 4 a.m. And it started with these 2 battalions of French forces that are based in Walam and in Tabare Bare, which is by the Niger-Mali border, an area where there's attacks from armed groups linked to the ISIL affiliate in the area called the Islamic State in the Greater Sahara. Now, they were there previous to the coup as part of an operation called Operation Al-Ma'ou, helping Niger's forces to fight off these armed groups. Now, it's interesting that you mentioned this attack that happened a few days ago because it happened just kilometers away from where the French forces were. And in normal circumstances, they would have helped Niger's forces to counter the attack. But because those military ties have been cut, they're now heading home. So they're going to be taking a road journey to Niamey in the hours to come. It's just 100 kilometers long, very short, but high in risk. It's very dangerous. So it's going to take 2 days for them to get there. And then they'll board a plane, according to Paris, and head back straight to France. But still, there'll be 1,000 soldiers on the ground that will have to leave the country before the end of the year.
So, Nicholas, where does this leave Niger and its security situation?
Well, I've been making a few calls in Niger to find out what has been the reaction of people there. Now, of course, there's the diplomatic and the kind of state reaction from the junta, who have essentially said no comment, we're happy for them to leave, and the withdrawal period, which is before the end of the year, is not soon enough. They want them to go as soon as possible. But for the people in Niger, they have greater concerns because since this coup happened, electricity is cut. They have very little access to water. This is already a country where most people live on less than $2 a day. And so the sanctions put in place by the international community seems to be biting this country. This country, which is extraordinary because it is extremely rich in uranium. Uranium used to power the nuclear power plants in Europe that keeps Europeans warm. In a country, Niger, where most people live on less than $2 a day. So their concern is the economy and trying to set that back into motion.
Okay, thank you for that. Nicholas Hack here in the studio with us.
All right, when I don't hear how the matter take go for that French matter. In fact, on this matter of Simon Ekpa and Omoada, the heat is still brewing. It is very, very serious. And in no time, you guys are going to see what we have been talking about. If I'm not mistaken, ultimatum might be given. In fact, they say, Simon Ekpa, come apologize to Umuada. Make a come apologize to them. If not, I keep my fingers crossed. Stay tuned here. An update will be coming to your screen now and then.